hopefully I've done right. If anybody comes in here, let me know that you can hear. I'll probably do check, mic check. Anyway, hey, let's take off the auto translate. Let's go to all messages. Let's make sure I can see my damn self. I'm talking low. Let's see, live. Hold on to the people that listen to this actually back and might not come into the live. I'm just trying to check things and I'll be in here. Test it. Okay. All right. Let me mute that. So the mic works. My voice is going to sound high. Oh my gosh. I do not know how to say that name and I don't want to butcher it. Is it Shy Reader? I don't know how to say the first part of it. But my voice sounds like this just from I think just pure exhaustion and stuff, but I just wanted to hop on here and try to say like a few things and then like read my rune at least. If people hop in there and want their rune read while I'm doing it, let me know. But that's gonna come a little bit later. If I could stand my voice right now. It's like I don't know why my voice turns like this. Is it something to do with anxiety, I wonder? Hey Jesse. I don't know if it has something to do with anxiety or what, but my voice like tries to stop me from talking now. And it used to do that in the past, so maybe it is. But if you guys hear screeching baby in the background, I don't know if you will because I have the mic on. So it should be pretty isolated. But if you do hear babykin screaming, that's just him being happy. Nothing's wrong with that boy. Sounds like anxiety. I think it is because anxiety used to make me mute. Like I couldn't get a word out for literally almost the first half of my life. Like no matter how bad I wanted to say something, I was mute. And then it's like when I went from mute, then I just went to talking shit, like talking mad shit. But talking shit when it was needed. I don't think I ever had a heated argument that wasn't worth it. No background noise as I've now let you know, okay. Um Today I have my doorway, he can't get in. You know, he has somebody out there watching him, but he likes to come in my room so many times and today I'm just trying to rest a little bit. So I have it where he can't come in my room, so I don't know what he's gonna do. he, he usually gets one disappointment that he doesn't come back to the door. But as a grandma, I'm always like, oh, but you know, I'm like really fighting something like some illness that's really bad, and I've been pushing myself to do stuff that my body's really like screaming now, like you have to stop, And the thing is, it's just like people are like, everybody's like when you have health conditions, like don't stay still, keep moving, keep moving. And then it's like, well, when you have illnesses that when you move hurt you more, how the hell do you keep moving? I always told myself before my body did it, my mind did it, where I was just stuck in molasses. That's what I described it as, just being stuck in molasses. Like you just can't move. And then it's like there's nobody to come save you or anything. So a lot of the beginning of this is just going to be me like talking, uh and then like I said, we'll get into the rune readings. Just People say something so I at least know YouTube is working. I'll respond, when I can. I just don't know if YouTube's gonna be knocking me off or whatever. Like an update, it's been a while, yeah. Um, I started my YouTube again because I lost my sister, like, and I knew when I lost her that I had to do something that involved like people, like, because I don't usually do it. It's like I had to. I don't know. It just felt like, oh my god, because me and my sister had planned to um start studying like tarot cards and runes together, so I would have somebody to bounce, what I get off stuff, and should be listening and stuff, and so maybe my speech would get better. Maybe I would have the stuff memorized to get people a more like the basic readings that people get, but my readings have always been, I feel it. The words help, yes, that I read, but I've always felt people's stuff without the words. But I wanted to do it like this professional thing because it's something, it means something to me. And to lose my partner and that stuff, this was my sister that we grew up together. We had to share rooms, like sometimes even sharing the same bed growing up. And when you experience life like that with a person and then they're just gone, it's like I could tell her anything. We've had face offs where I had to, tell her, hey, don't do nothing, or, this is it. And, we've had hard conversations. And didn't matter how bad it was. At the end of it, we were still together. And that was the greatest loss because I knew trying to search out something that meant including somebody else, usually in my life, has led to great disappointment and loss. But I still was like, I have to do it. I have to do it. It's like I feel so stuck because all my life I've been a writer. All my life I pictured myself uh just later on in life, like I'm gonna get there where my words are gonna help people. You know, uh for that you need an audience. And it's like I just was like, this is every like if I feel like every decade I go into like an age and stuff, I'm like, I have to do this, and it always pertains to writing, you know. It's like I have to finish this. I have to get all my writing together. I have to do this, but it's like never happens because I can't. Well, I think it's because I can't believe in myself enough, and I don't like that. I don't need people to believe in me. I have to believe in myself. And no matter how hard I searched within myself, I still don't got it. And then the little audience I had here, where I felt like was a small group, and yes, I'll talk about it. I will talk about it until I fucking feel like not talking about it. Um, I had a small group where, you know, it felt good, and then it fell apart, and I still don't understand. But the one thing that I do understand is that this channel, and this is whenever I do it, is my home. And if you're a visitor in my home and you want to talk shit, that's just never going to go with me. So that's not going to be the vibe. You know, I wouldn't go in your home talking shit. So, um, I, I think through all of it, I learned that I was too soft. I thought I was being too mean, but I feel like I was being too soft. And, that was a lesson I did learn. Life gets in the way, and you're right. If you don't believe and you nothing changes and it sucks. Exactly, because like I said, 1,000 people could believe in me. And if I'm still doubting myself, if I don't feel like I have it, it's never gonna happen. And I'm not like I said, these are goals that if I get my book together with my poetry and stuff, I don't need to put it anywhere to be sold or anything like that. I just want a book where I that's like right in front of me, physical pages that are organized where I could say, hey, these have been my poems throughout life. I want to read that shit. That's for me, you know? And it's like, I can't do it. I have all these books filled with words, all these notebooks, and they're just laying in totes, and it's makes me sad. Um, my Instagram has been a big part of my writing, but then it's like I started throwing people out of my Instagram because it's like I don't need to hear that I know the stuff I already said, but that's my life. My life has not been happy. So I can't be anything else from what I lived and what I put out there, what I write. I think it's something that comes from my heart and um it's personal to me. So I don't like, when people can't take it, it's like, I don't know, I don't get it. But I don't want to be that closed off person. I don't want to be the, oh, what do they think person. I want to be the, I don't give a fuck what they think. Most of the time, I don't give a fuck about it. It's just for you, and you can feel proud of yourself, and and have memories. Exactly. And then even like family members, could have it if they wanted to, or just let it be something left behind. Um, I am getting up there in age, next month I will be 51. And as I mentioned before, as I'm going to keep on saying, as I mentioned before, 51 is it's the age that my feet, any female, like my mom was 51 when she passed. Um, Anybody in my family, uh, that was the oldest age for anybody besides my dad. So, but for the females and stuff, no, no, 51 was it, and I'm about to be 51, and I'm sick as fuck, man. I'm I'm sick as hell, and I'm doing the right things, and I'm taking all this damn medicine that I don't want to take, and it has side effects, and it's just like, but the side effects, like compared to what I would be living without taking the medicines, that would be worse not taking the medicine. Uh, Welcome in, everyone. Please join in if you can. And always stay respectful. That's right. Thank you, Jesse. But let me see. So, yeah, this is like the grieving, period for my sister. And it always reminds me to, like I said, I think to always read something in her honor. Like even if I'm reading the room, I feel like I ask for a little bit of like her energy to come in and just like let me know. And it seems like it happens every time. I don't ask for it often, but when I do, there's a clear sign of, oh my gosh, this is exactly what would happen if she was here. So instead of doing that self by myself today, um, I wanted to read the room, but let me see what else. Going through my little list I wrote before I hopped on here. Double-edged swords with meds, exactly. It definitely is. But that's the thing, like there are, a lot of people that don't take medicine or don't choose to take medicine. And then you're in a way you're being like, especially like I said, if it comes to the mental stuff, even if it comes to the physical stuff, there's enough where you're like the people that are in your life, you know, the people that's why I take it so I won't be like I don't think I would be out of control in the aspect, but I just want to be here, period. Because I know that I couldn't take the physical pain. I can't take it with the meds, but I just know without, oh my God. And the mental, it's kept me out of hospitals and stuff. But there's people that need to be on shit too, and they just think they're just normal, you know, things. So the balance that I'm trying to find is a good thing, even though it sucks that I have to take medicine. But there's plenty of people that need to be on medicine, I'll tell you that. And they're going around all high and mighty and stuff and hurting people and you know all right, I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, so yeah, once again, original plan was sister passed away. I had to search and I had to be relevant in chat and not too relevant. Like I said, just to hire whatever. I made myself social and I'm not a social person. So I pushed and I pushed and I pushed and it was very uncomfortable for me. And then I started hold on a second here. Hold on, I'm gonna go off for a second, I think. Am I there? Am I back? Am I back? Did I go away? Did you hear me breathing hard? Let me know if I have to well, I'll wait a second. Remember, it takes a second to get a response. Yo, where's my. Okay, I'm back. I was trying to look for my little fluffer thing that goes on the mic. Um, hey, Cherry. Where's my little. Where's my little fluffer thing? Oh, man. Does that really make a difference? I'm about to put it on and see. Okay, it has the fluffer thing on there. Um, so I was asking I felt like a failure today because I'm like, look what you did. You set out to do something, and then you sort of crashed and burned in a way. And I had to tell myself it wasn't my fault because illness just took me out, and like illness just doesn't matter how hard I try. So it's just not gonna let me do it. It's just not gonna let me do it because how hard did I try to do this shit? I tried like when I made those videos, even to get ready for the video, I was done. But then it's like I had to set up and then doing them, and I enjoyed while I was in the middle of it, where I was like, okay, I made up and I could talk to people and stuff. I enjoyed the middle of it. I enjoyed the talking part and testing stuff and all that, but the beginning, before I got on, all the pain I had to go through, and the anxiety, and then afterwards, oh my god. Afterwards, you think you would be relieved when you laugh with people and all that stuff. You would think you get some relief, but no, when you have chronic illness, you why? Okay. When you have chronic illness, um it doesn't matter how hard you try. It doesn't matter that you do it. You're still gonna suffer in the end. You're just still gonna fucking suffer. And good for the people that don't feel that shit. I mean, good for you. But don't come in my shit and act like I'm not doing enough when you don't know what I experienced all the fucking time. Don't come on my shit. I see on my phone, I feel like there were more messages, but maybe not. Um, but yeah, so I wasn't shut down by like anybody or anything like that. I just was illnesses got in the way. And that's just it. And they're gonna be there, but I'm still going to the anxiety is worse after. The pain is worse too, exactly. Um it's a lot to do. People don't understand. It's a lot to do to expose yourself, you know, and have people judge you and even when that's not happening, you still have to keep the conversation going. Uh, and if there's not many people, the conversations don't go very far. So, yeah, I tried my best and I'm still trying my best. And I know that the people that, are going to understand me and feel me and enjoy me and everything like that, even if they don't say a word, I know that they're happy that I show up when I can. And believe me, I show up when I can. Um, so I tell myself today that it doesn't matter that I lost people like along the way during this discovery of myself again. Doesn't matter if I don't have a whole bunch of cheerleaders at the end. It just matters that I did my best. And I know oh no, I know I did my best. But there's babykins trying to get in. Oh no. He better not be strong enough to. I gotta be quiet a little bit because I don't want him to hear me. Oh no. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, he's crying. Grandma got a rest today. I can't. You guys gotta talk real low until he goes back to what he was doing. Oh, I'm gonna open my door once I get off of here. I can't take that. But he'll go on and play and do what he was doing before he tried to get in. He's just a little heartbroken that grandma didn't let him in this time. Oh, oh, oh. All right, I think it's so hard being a grandma because I just want to, I want to be there when he wants me to be there, but it's like I've done that so much this past week. I'm like totally burnt out. Even the door opened so much. Like yesterday, even when my daughter did at night last night, I said, "No, please, no more." Like I couldn't take it. I said, "I can't take any more anybody else come opening my door anymore. And she didn't understand, but it was a lot. Hey, Apple, welcome in. I could hear him. Oh, you heard him? Oh, no. Poor baby Kenzie loves you so much. He does. I know my little. Oh, but I'm telling you, oh my gosh. He gets so much time. And like I said, he opens up my door. Literally, once it closes, he runs and opens it. It's like I don't get no privacy at all. And then, like I said, when my daughter gets home and say, man, her, I'm like, dang. They double up, and I'm like, oh no. So yesterday I was like, I was just out, the pain in my body and everything was so bad. I'm just like, I couldn't do it. So today I was like, I got to take a little bit of time to myself. I'm hurting too bad. Um. Anyway, hopefully, hopefully he doesn't do it again. He stopped. He's off playing somewhere. All right, so I wrote a little list today before we do the rooms because, like I said, I want people to know that if you're alone or even you could be with a bunch of people and still be alone, like the people that are alone in life, you know what I'm saying here, and I just want you to know if there's nobody around to tell you, that you are enough, if you aren't seen or heard, and you feel like when you are that nobody understands your words or what you're going through, you are still worthy. Even if you haven't ever been in, loved, you are still worthy. And just try to not let your heart turn bitter. Put your energy towards, just hoping people might find empathy and kindness within themselves. You know, if, like when people get hurt, they instantly want to say, well, I want to do this to that. No, let it go. Let it go. You don't have to forgive people, but you could just let it go and just do your best to move on. But if you don't feel seen, you are heard. Hey, you needed that smile and laugh. Yeah. Um, so yeah, the first thing I wrote was use your words. Um, because you have to, like I said, that's the best thing. Even if nobody hears it, just saying it, and if it goes on deaf ears, if people stay ignorant, let them stay ignorant. But you deserve to use your words as much as they're telling you words, you know, all the time. They don't hold back with you, don't hold back with them. You deserve your space and your time too. And then I wrote, oh, okay, well, see, look, you are enough. Let me turn my light on so I can see what I wrote. Um, if you never will convince yourself, if you never convince yourself of it, what? Oh, you are enough if you never convince yourself of it. So even if you feel like I said, I'm not there yet. I have to believe I'm enough, like I believe you are enough. Then I wrote, you had enough. You deserve people that melt into your world the same way they burned into yours. Okay? Because I didn't ask you nobody to come along and go, do into my world. You like it's like burned into that bitch. So when you try to melt into theirs and they don't accept it and it's always their rules, you don't have to accept that. Protect your peace at all costs. And I had to learn that And I had to learn it just when I lost a lot of stuff with my health. I had to learn, like, that's just a lot. Because when you're sick, believe me, you can't get too upset about anything because it makes your symptoms way worse. Um, it's okay to let them go. Oh, this is what I wrote now. Okay. It's okay to let them go. The pain of their absence is less than they're laughing in your face. So we consider just people, even if they don't have a smile or whatever, if they're clowning you, they're laughing in your face. You know, think about that shit, and you think they're your friends or your family or whatever the fuck you feel them as, but they're laughing in your face. So I was saying, letting them go and filling their absence, even if you feel their absence to the day you die, even if it never that like it might lessen, but you still feel it. That pain and that is better than when you're sitting in the room or a room with them and they're just laughing in your face. You don't even have to be in a room physically. You can be in chat rooms. You know what I mean? And people could be laughing in your face. A lot of people play games. You have no clue they're playing games. So the pain of being by yourself is extreme. I learned that my whole fucking life, but I still feel like everybody that I left behind, if I had to sit next to them today, that would hurt worse. What's the saying? If you're pouring into a cup and they're not, then they are doing you harm. Oh, and if they are not, then they are doing you harm and need to go even though it hurts. Yeah, that is the exact. That's what I was saying. Like, I think rules do apply with relationships, all relationships. I think rules apply. Like when it comes to give and take, and like I said, you don't have to be 50-50. There could be a ratio within that you might be comfortable with. Might be 70-30. I want to go less than 70-30. I think I think that's at least that's where I draw the line. Like I could be giving people 70%, but if I don't even get 30% back, that's when it's gonna be like, nope, I tried my best. And that junk hurts, so it hurts to let people go. But it needs to be done. What else did I write? It's okay to let them. Okay. Oh, look, same what I just said. It's okay to let them go. Okay, that's what I said. The pain of their absence is less than them laughing in your face. Then I wrote, you could say no. You could say no. Saying no is such. I haven't used that word, you know, as much as I should have. But I said you could say no. No, it wasn't my fault. No, I didn't hurt you. No, I wasn't the one who gave up. No, I am not a failure. No, I'm not dramatic. Yes, you hurt me that much. Yeah, never said that to anybody really. But the ones that I did still didn't hear it. So, what's this one? What else did I write? Oh, oh, I love that one. I love that you wrote it all down. I had to because my mind's like 100 different places right now. And I'm like, I gotta get on live, but what am I gonna say? And because I know I'm gonna like even how I'm like breaking it up now and going off a little bit, I'm like, I gotta get some type of something to go off of. Uh This says there's something about being never picked for shit. Because, like I said, I talked about this before. Did I write anything else? Like, never being picked for anything in school. You know how you had to divide, even if it was for assignment, like get a partner. I always had to partner off with either the last person that didn't get picked to or the fucking teacher. This is just from, I guess, being a poor child because I never said shit to anybody. Maybe people just saw me and was like, I don't know. I never had conversations. So it wasn't like I was saying something offensive to people. But yeah, gym class, which I think they eliminated a lot of that stuff where you have to pick, get pick teams. I always had to go to the team just because I was the last pick. Only thing that was different was basketball, and that was because I was tall. Um, in relationships, I was the one in love, you know. Nobody ever acted in a way where they were in love with me. Uh, just anything when it comes to anything, I've never been picked. And it's like, so in that world, when you live in that world, you're totally different from a lot of people. And you have to have strength to survive all that shit. More strength than the people that need all the people on their side. You know, so loners and all that stuff, you're stronger than the people that have the group of friends. I don't know. That's an important thing to remember because since you're a loner, you're the only one telling yourself things to get you through the day. Um, so don't give up. I have to tell myself that too. I feel like I have to tell myself that every minute. Trying to see if I learned anything else in this little book. But please know that you're enough and you're enough not to let anybody take away what happiness you're trying to find. Even if because I always had I could be happy with something, but inside because I have illnesses, I don't get to feel happy. I don't know if that's I don't know how to explain it in words. Like I could actually genuinely laugh and stuff like that, but there's always that cloud of what the fuck does happy really feel like? Like well, how what does it feel like to not feel like you're always going to die? What does it feel like to not always have this gray cloud in your world that was brought to you from birth? You didn't create the bitch, but people act like you created it. Like you want the negativity. You have to learn to fucking dance with the darkness if that's what your life is. And then people judge you of it. Hey, have some of mine. Take some of mine away. Take it on. I didn't ask for it. I don't want it. I just have to live with it. So, um, I don't know. People don't get that shit. And they act all high and mighty and everything. But yeah, pretty much today is I miss the shit out of my sister. I feel like I failed at trying to create a tribe. I feel like I failed at doing this tarot rune thing. But like I said, I think about it as at the end of all this, after a couple years have passed, that I can look back at all of it and know that I tried my very fucking best. So how is that failure? This is, the question I'm asking myself to convince myself something other than how I feel. Um, I don't know. It's a hard place to be. I want my sister back. She's the only one that her death still doesn't feel real to me. I still feel like I could call her. I don't know. Smiling and laughing without being happy is sadness, but not depression. That's what it feels like. You smile, but there's nothing behind it. Yeah, well, I think I think depression is different. Like for um, well, let me think. I'm trying to think about because I know that's what if I'm dealing with strangers and stuff. That's pretty much what it is. Where you're like, okay, I have to put the smile on and stuff like that. But even when I would genuinely, like, I have some severe depression stuff. Even when I'm around like genuinely happiness, like I'm like this feels it should feel good. It just it does in a way, but then it doesn't because it's just like, do I have that? Do I have that natural feeling? I don't think I do. Yeah, now that you explained it that way, I don't think I do. She would be proud of you today with how open you are about being. It helps people. I hope it does. Um, so there's a response of I forgot that was my stupid medicine. Okay, it's a foreign feeling. Yeah, it's a foreign feeling. It does help. It is, and it's like something. That's why I say when I work so hard at trying to find it, like I'm like, is it in me? Is it in me? And I've done that my whole life, and then people look at me like I wanted this and like I enjoy it, or it's something I could take away from myself. Um, and just everything I worked on with myself, I just don't like when people turn and like I said, say the negative stuff. It's like I don't know. So without going into too much of that, I just want to say out loud that I miss you. I miss you, sister. I really, really fucking miss you. And I'm sorry nobody understood your pain. I'm sorry everybody sort of piggybacked off of you and then deserted you when you needed them the most. I'm sorry that you never felt like you would be saved by anything, by religion, by anything else. I'm sorry that you had so much guilt at the end. I'm just sorry that you never felt what you were searching for. Same way, I really haven't, but I'm not going to give up, and uh, I'm just not going to give up on this. And I know every day I live, I I I think I carry whatever you would be as far as guidance towards people. I think I carry that, and I think it's my responsibility to you. Um, I hope I'm doing a good job. But yeah, you're really, really, truly missed. So on to the next before my butt starts crying. Uh, we're gonna go into the runes. I already like like I say, I do this preparation, and I hope that if I do get in, whenever I read runes, I always have to make my space very clear. Uh, that whatever comes in or whatever only has the time while I'm reading it and doesn't have anything after, so that nothing stays. So if people want their runes read, just do like the same thing I do, like basically clear your and it's not like you have to get up or anything. In your mind, you can say the words out loud or whatever. Just, clear your space of things and protect your area. I always imagine a white circle of light just surrounding me and my perimeter basically, and I know that I'm strong enough that I've spent so many years battling shit, so I guess I don't feel as scared as I used to be because I built up a lot of stuff and I know a lot of stuff, so I can protect myself from a lot of things. So I just want you guys to stay protected too. So just always like be open enough to the reading, but when it's over, close whatever you sent towards me so I could get this reading, whatever you allow me to take in, take it back basically. You know, that's pretty much how we keep all this safe. When I read these, citing for the readings. So I'm gonna do mine first because I told you when I do well what I'm doing today is, I feel like when I asked my sister to like come through a little bit, um I feel like it's something shows me that this would be, her, and it makes me crack up and everything because I'm like, it's unbelievable every single time. It's unbelievable that I get some type of thing. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm doing today. And please do mine. Okay, I'll do yours after um I do mine. Love getting your readings, though they make me nervous. Oh, don't be nervous. It's like I said, it's all done and I do it in a very safe way. I wouldn't trust everybody. You know, it's just yeah, I just hope you know that I would never do anything that would hurt somebody else's life. They make me nervous too. Okay, let me put this down. They're always I know and they always I know, Jesse. That's me and you always get the. I mean, I think everyone does it away, but yeah, it's like we need something other than you're suffering. You have to learn and dance in your suffering and take it because that's all you're going to get. We need to get different than that. I know you'll never hurt me. I trust you. Yeah. I don't ever try to set out and hurt anybody, That's why I said if I do, let's talk about it. Like let's talk about it. This is a zipper. If you guys hear this, it's my rooms and stuff. But yeah, I really think there's some freaking way that my body, like now my nose is getting stuffed. My nose isn't stuffed ever, so my body has a reaction of I don't know what it's called, but now I know for sure this is a fucking thing because I don't have a stuffy nose and look, it's starting to get stuffy. It has to be doing my body just trying to shut me down in a way from anxiety. I'm telling you, there's what else does it doesn't make any sense. When I get on here, this happens. That's the only time it does. Like that's crazy. It's just like, oh, you're gonna talk. Well, take this. Maybe this will make you stop talking. And especially the nasal thing. That's horrible. What the heck? All right, I'm gonna be jiggling around some rooms, some ASMR. Gotta decide what bag I want. I'm mixing them along the way. I'll explain a little bit why I'm mixing them. If you guys could remember the colors, I don't know. I go by the bags now because I don't know what some of these crystals are called, and I just won't remember. So the maroon, I call this a red bag, but I know it's maroon. Um, this set was my original first set of runes, the runes that have been around me the longest. So my energy, I feel like are in these runes more. Um, I had these the longest. The black runes and the runes in the black bag were my second set. So they came a few years after my first set. That's just what I have in my hand. The black one. And then the yellow was the last set of runes I got. Is there another set in here? I know I got another set somewhere, but so this was the last one. This is the one that's only maybe a year old. So yeah, just to explain it whenever you guys want to pick the bags. For me, I'm gonna go with the OG, my first one. The good thing about this is even if we don't like getting the same ones, it's still funny as hell when we do. Like, what the heck? I feel like I made some type of transition, even though I've been sick as hell and should have been in the hospital a few times, but I still feel like I've been transitioning in some type of way. Part of it sucks, part of it doesn't. That's the only way I can explain it. Welcome in, Miguel. I guess that's what you're saying. Your name is. All right, that room was right there. Hmm. No, why? Why? this is the this is the first rune I ever got. The rune that I don't know why I'm always like why when I get this rune. Just but what's it called? So this is the first rune I ever got. I don't know if I got it reversed though. So this is the gateway rune. Um and gateway. Let's see. Where are you, gateway? Oh, so gateway stands for like the represent. What this room represents is freaking giant, demon, thorn, and the god of Thor. The thorn as in rose thorn, and then the god of Thor. So the gateway 125. So for me these days, when I'm trying to do something, like remember something like this is page 125, I gotta be singing a song in my head, just going 125, 125 over and over again. And that's what I would do for everything, or I'll forget it. If I'm reaching for something, I have to do like I'm reaching for my pen, I'm reaching for my pen over and over again in my head so I don't forget shit. So, gateway, place of non action. Look, I was just talking about how felt like I was in molasses. So, this says a quickening of your development is indicated here, and yet, even though when the growth process accelerates, you will have reason to halt along the way, to consider the old, to integrate the new. Take advantage of these halts. If you are undergoing difficulties, remember the quality of your passage depends upon your attitude. I was just saying, wasn't I just saying? I have to change the attitude part. Everything else, I literally can't help anything else but my attitude. Like that's it. That's you know what I mean. That's really all I have left to control here is my attitude. Damn. Um. Damn. Oh no, baby's coming in. Trying to come in again. Oh, come on, just let me read the runes and then just let me read the runes, baby. Alright, I gotta be quiet for a second so he won't hear me. Oh, he's fine. I gotta tell myself that he is fine though. He just wants grandma time. Um, okay. The quality of your life depends upon your attitude and upon the clarity of your intentions. Be certain that you are not suffering over your suffering. And every time we get this, that's the biggest thing is making sure you're not suffering. Like because you're suffering and there's nothing you can do about it. Just you're trying to just make sure that you don't suffer because of that. I'm not there yet. I still suffer because of my suffering, but I'm working on it. Drawing this rune depends. Drawing this rune demands contemplation on your part. Hasty decisions at this time may cause regrets, for the probability is that you will act from weakness. Yep. Deceive yourself about your motives and create new problems. Damn, bro. He done told me. And create more problems more severe than those you are attempting to resolve. Listen to this shit, man. Let me read this again. Hasty decisions at this time may cause regrets, for the probability is that you will act from weakness, deceive yourself about your motives, and create new problems more severe than those you are attempting to resolve. This is the shit I was just talking about, man. Oh my god. Impulses may be tempered by thought for correct procedure. Do not attempt to go beyond where you haven't gone yet. Be still, collect yourself, and wait on the will of heaven. Of course, we do that. Of course, that part comes in. Be still. You can't do shit. But, but I was just talking about I was just talking about how I couldn't even get the word. The word is attitude. I was trying to find the word, and the word is attitude. Like because I can't fucking help how sick I am. I can't fucking help how sick I am physically and mentally. Like I am helping it by what I could do the most, but where I am and how stuck I am in it and how nobody seems to understand it. It's like, but if my attitude is still like, I know what I'm doing, I know how I feel, I know what I face every day, no matter how anybody tries to bring me down. It's like, and what I live through, I have my attitude. I have to be sincere. I have to be with myself. I'm not gonna listen to anybody else's shit about what I deal with. I just can't. I heard you and felt you. Yeah, that's just like, and this was the first rune, and I was so scared of this rune. So I'm like, it says demons, blah blah blah, but it's just like it. I don't know. These runes always surprise me because if you go back to what I was talking about earlier, just like filled in the words that I couldn't say, that I didn't have, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody got this the way I did. It just feels like this is the proper way of what all that I said earlier. Maybe this way people would have understood a little bit more if I explained it this way. But I just didn't have these types of words. But my words, I feel like equal to what this is saying. If you guys get it, I don't know, but I get it. Uh, so I'll read Cherries, and then if Jesse, then if anybody else that's listening or comes in once theirs read. I can do it for you. It's free. The only thing I ask of you is to send out good energy into the world. Ask for good energy to enter the most hateful person's heart. Wish them, send them light and love. Because believe me, if they had enough light and love, they wouldn't be hateful. You know what I'm thinking about already? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's another thing because with I know people, and I'm like, and this and that, and so we'll get it, but everybody else that's listening won't get it. But that doesn't matter because it is about the person. So, but yeah, this room read me to filth. I feel like it being my first room that I ever pulled. I feel like that was a sign from my sister. I don't care if anybody else doesn't believe me. That was something. I mean, I don't care. I feel like that was something that connected. All right, Cherry, we got red. Well, I'm going to start saying maroon bag, I guess. I don't know. I'll say red maroon. Or black bag or the yellow bag, which is really more golden, but Black, okay. I just heard the Amy Winehouse. Where Amy Winehouse? I go back to black in my head. I need to listen to that song. I've been slacking on listening to her music. All right, mixing it up. Dang, do the runes want to talk to you today? How I read the runes, it's like one either hops on my finger or something like that when I'm digging through the bag. It like sticks to it almost. Ooh, here we go. No, you didn't. Oh my gosh. You got the blank rune. Oh boy. The blank is the unknowable. The rune of destiny. Oh, you got it before? So you don't want me to read it? You could follow up another rune when you get the blank rune. If it's not too long, I'm still gonna read it. Oh, that water wasn't closed. Damn it. 133. Let me know if you want it followed up. Oh yeah, this is a long one. All right. Blank is the end. Blank is the beginning. This is a rune of total trust and should be taken as exciting evidence of your most. What the heck? Why can't I read today? As exciting evidence of your most immediate contact with your own true destiny, which time again rises like the phoenix from the ashes of what we call fate. The blank rune can portend a death, but the death is usually symbolic and may relate to any part of your life as you are living it now. Relinquish control over ultimate challenge for the spiritual warrior. Here's the unknowable informs you that it is in motion. It is in motion in your life. If the blankness is held undiluted potential, in the blankness is held undiluted potential. At the same time, both pregnant and empty. It comprehends the totality of being, all that is to be actualized. And if indeed there are matters hidden by the gods, you need only remember what beckons is the creative power of the unknown. Drawing this rune brings to the surface your deepest fears. Where will I fail? Will I be abandoned? Will it all be taken away? And yet your highest good. This was the room for you, even if you got it again. And let your highest good. Okay, we got turning page. Ouch. Everything's falling around me. Truest possibilities and of your fertile dreams are held within the blankness. So I gotta read that again because I had to turn the page and I don't know what the beginning of that sentence was. Okay, so and yet your highest good, your truest possibilities and your fertile dreams are held within that blankness. Held within the blankness. Willingness and permitting are what this rune requires for how you can exercise control over what is not yet informed. This rune often calls for no less an act of courage that the empty handed leap into the void. Drawing it is a direct test of faith. This rune represents the path of karma, the sum total of your actions and the consequences. At the same time, this rune teaches you the very depths of old karma shift and evolve as you shift and evolve. Uh, Nothing is, and I always get stuck on this word. Oh no, nothing is predestined. See, just my anxiety. Nothing is predestined. The obstacles of your past can become the gateway that lead to new beginnings. Whenever you draw this blank rune, take heart. Know that the work of self change is progressing in your life. You know why? Oh, I look up to a whole bunch of surprise faces. I was about to say, you know why you got this rune. So even though you got it again, it was like I said, when we get it again, it's a whole different thing. It reads differently. So you needed that rune. That rune's like, girl, that's all I gotta say because I can't say too much. Do you want me to follow up with another rune, or are you just, huh? Yeah, I can't say anything. About some girl, what? It's big on decision making, you know, because it's just like you're in the middle of it now, the void, everything, and your decision making that comes out of it is going to be your life. It's literally going to be the next part of your life. Think about that. Think about how your history and how it's been, and think about the decision that you're going to make will actually literally be the next 10 years of your life. Let me put it that way. Lived just like the way you lived the past 10 years of your life. And you're the only one that could make the decision for that to happen or not. You know? All right, one more. What bag? Maroon, black, or yellow? Yellow. This is for like a follow up of that room that we're asking. The sound staying okay and everything, you guys? Okay. Alright. Let's see what this. Movement, but movement in reverse. So movement is horse associated with the course of the sun. Horse associated movement. Movement. 120. Movement in reverse, though. Okay. If people don't know what when I say in reverse, it's that the rune came out upside down. So you have to. There's a when you pick up a rune, you could read um, the initial part, which is the first part, if it came out the right way. But reverse, you got to read the reverse read meaning of it. All right. So reversed is this movement that appears to block. Be certain that what you are doing or not doing is timely. We have simply to recognize that not all opportunities are appropriate. Hello. Okay, let me read that again because I'm like, that's. We have simply to recognize that not all opportunities are appropriate, that not all possibilities are open to us. The opportunity at hand may be precisely to avoid action. Avoid action. Oh, I'm sorry I'm being like this, but she knows what I'm talking about. If you are feeling at a loss, unclear about the need to act, consider what is timely to your nature and remember, what is yours will come to you. That's what I said. I don't care. I love this. I love that I found this in my life to use, and she knows what I'm talking about. She's like, damn. I wish we could break things down to you guys, but it's too personal. Um, but yeah, that's right on the dot. You better listen, girl. I hope you do. Uh, uh, you know, you need to tattoo this on you. Movement in reverse. But it would just look like a W, and people would be like, "What's that? What you got a W?" It's a win if you listen. It's gonna be a win if you listen to this. Well, hang in there, Cherry. Jessie doesn't even need to know what it's about. She just knows, like, damn, you know. Um, you're welcome. All right, Jesse, you ready? You ready for these rings? It might tell you something really nice. Okay. Do you want the maroon bag, the black bag, or the Yellow one. Take me out of the box. Let's do the yellow gold one. These are fighting with me. Yes, I'll do yours next solo. You were waiting to. What the heck? You got in the gold bag. You got movement, but your movement is upright. Look at this, man. This is wow. Don't fight it. So you got movement, which in the upright position, which was opposite from Cherry. She got reversed. But there's a whole different bag of runes, you guys. Even if it wasn't the same bag, it's still weird to get the same rune. Movement 117. 117. 117. I was just on you. Come on, why is it taking so? It's fighting me. The book's fighting me now. Okay, movement. Sure, I'm holding your hand right now. Okay, movement means progress. That's what it stands for. This rune is of transit, transition, and movement, of physical shifts, now dwelling places, new attitudes, or new life. It also signifies movement in the sense of improvement or improving or bettering any situation. This is about there is about this rune. There is about that's what it says. There is about this rune a sense of gradual development of steady progress, with the company notion of slow growth through numerous shifts and changes. So that's like you're moving the way that you should move, but it's also accompanied with its slow growth, and numerous shifts. Shifts means a bunch of shit always happening. This could apply to growth of a business or to development of an idea. A relationship may need to undergo changes if it is to maintain growth in life. Moral effort and steadfastness are called for when you draw this rune. Another of the Psycho rune, let it be said this way: as I cultivate my own nature, all else follows. So as I cultivate my own nature, all else follows. This rune symbols is a horse, and it signifies the inseparable bond between horse and rider. Bronze Age artifacts show a horse drawing the sun across the sky. Here, this rune is saying, you have progressed far enough to fill a measure of safety in your position. Oh, that's something that I think I get for you. I hope you get what that said. I just want to read it one more time. Here, this rune is saying, you have progressed far enough to fill a measure of safety in your position. It is time to turn again time to turn again and face a future reassured. Oh, reassured. I think there's a little bit more. Prepared to share the good fortune that comes. The sharing is significant since it relates to the sun's power to foster life and illuminate all things with its light. Yours was happy. It was sad, but it was happy. I get it. You know, it's telling you you're okay enough now to uh oh, I get it. Don't cry. I'm telling myself that. Like I said, these are. I wish I could just say everything that relates to these words because for the people that are listening, but I don't want to do that because I know that this is something personal, But I hope just you get it. You needed that. Yeah, that was good. Oh, see, it's not all bad. Oh, that's what these moments. I'm glad I got on here, and I'm glad I got to share. I just get to share this with you guys. I was going to do it by myself and just do one reading, but I'm glad I came on and fought my anxiety to do this. Um, I need that. I know you do well. Yeah. Now Cobalt always gets the relationship one. Let's see if he worked on something enough to pass to get another dang room. What bag do you want, Cobalt? The maroon, the black, or the gold? Jesse said, let's see, go. Oh, Jesse will be the judge of that. Oh yeah, you did say the gold one before. All right. This is signals. The signals room. Um, signals is God, the god Loki, mouth, source of divine, and river mouth. Let's see. What page? 90. 90, 90. All right. I'm trying to think, did anybody ever get this rune? But I don't know. So this is the messenger rune. Uh, this says the keynote here is receiving messages, signals, gifts. Even a timely warning may be seen as a gift. When the messenger rune brings sacred knowledge, one is truly blessed, for the message may be that of a new life unfolding. New lives begin with new connections, surprising linkages that direct us into new pathways. Take pains now to be especially aware during meetings, visits, chance encounters, particularly with persons wiser than you. So be aware of people wiser than you. This rune is an ancient trickster from the pantheon of the Norse gods. He is the I don't know that. That's a weird word. He is the it's spelled Heyeohkai. If somebody wants to look that up, I'll say it one more time. Heyeohkah. Anyway, it's some Norse god or whatever. I believe that's the name of it, of the North American Indian, a mocking shadow of the creator of God. Wow, I don't think anybody ever got this one. The bringer of benefits to humankind. Even scoundrels and arch thieves can be barriers of wisdom. When you draw this rune, expect the unexpected. This message is always a call to a new life. This rune is the first of the 13 runes that make up the cycle of initiation. Runes that focus directly upon the mechanism of self change, and as such addresses your need to integrate unconscious motive with cautious intent. Integrate unconscious motives with conscious intent. Drawing it tells you that connection with the divine is at hand. For this rune is a signal to explore the depths, the foundations of life, and to experience uh, inexhaustible wellspring of the divine in your nature. At this time, you are reminded that you must be first draw from the well to nourish and give to yourself. So you must be the first to draw from the well, to nourish and give to yourself. Then there will be more than enough to nourish others. And a new sense of family solidarity invest. What? That's you, that part? Oh my gosh. Then there will be more than enough to nourish others. A new sense of solidarity invest. Like that part there, all this is like telling you that you got to be the first one to basically uh take the stuff that's given so that you in turn provide for others. Like that's pretty cool. But it also says watch out for the trickster. Um and watch out for people that are wiser, than you. When there's which I don't know what the decision that you're gonna make or you need to make is, but it's warning you to watch out for that. Eminem, I've been telling him this for. See, I just know what this tells me. I don't know too much. Uh, well, I don't know what to say. Really accurate and honest. So, yeah. Oh wow. Okay, so you found it. Hush, Jesse. It's my room. I just saw your message, Jesse. Thank you. Oh, you're making brownies. This is a decision that is scary. Oh wow. See, I don't even know those things about you guys, and that just came up. So that's why I said you'll know. I think people that and then there's only been one that or two that ever said, "Oh, I didn't get the meaning of the runes." It's like because you don't understand what's yourself and what's going on in life. When you get the meaning, you have more chances of you know making better decisions in your life and stuff. But let me put this back in the bag. But yeah, that was good. Remember, I don't think anybody. I'll give a few minutes if there's anybody that's listening that wants their runes reading. Even if I don't, like if we haven't talked or whatever, I would still read your runes because, like I said, I don't know much about Cobalt, but he could know if my stuff is accurate or not. You can tell me some dang Bings wants to read. Oh my god! But I was telling you basically close it out. Don't leave the session open. You got the message you needed. Um, yeah, I got one prayer before. I thought that would be the last one. So Jerry is asking for a cat reading for a cat, so just so you guys know. Uh, what color bag does Binks want? The black, the maroon, or the gold? Are you guys just a second? Oh no, I'm not gonna do it now. Oh, he wants gold. Okay. Oh my gosh. What did he get? He got one we always get, I think. But he got Joy reversed though. 108. Okay, this way he's listening. Okay. All right, this one says things are slowly coming to fruition. The process of birth is long and arduous, and fears arise for the safety of the child within. Oh my goodness, for the kitty cat? Oh no. A crisis, a difficult passage, even if brief, is at hand. Consideration and deliberation are called for. Ask yourself whether you possess the virtues of seriousness, sincerity, and emptiness. To possess them is to have tranquility, which is the ground for clarity, patience, and perseverance. Seen in its true life, everything is a test. As so focus is the present, and so focus in the present, sincere towards others, and trusting in your process. Know that you cannot fail. In the times of crisis, this in reverse is a useful meditation. Well, so he has to be cautious with the child within. The kitty that was treated like crap, and the kitty that almost didn't make it because of someone, you know, he has to focus on his inner kitty. So do you. That sounds gross. We're talking about a cat here. Uh, yes, that. Oh, and that would be the only thing to get you too. And now this, I didn't pick this ruin out. Oh my goodness. Uh, because you gotta think about his inner kitty. Oh my gosh, I wish I could change that. I don't know what to say. I'm changing that word. Uh, Binks needs to do breathing techniques really. Because look at how much you had to bring him out of a serious thing, you know? Like this cat, she had to be up with him at 5 o'clock in the morning, playing with him aggressively on the floor for a long time. Like he needed that. You helped him through. You held him through, freaking trauma. Like that was trauma. So yeah, that was an accurate reading for Binks too. I know people that listen to it, if they ever listen to the whole thing, they'd be like, "What is this lady saying?" But I understood it. He said, "Meow meow spot on." Poor kitty, glad he's as you share. Yeah, most people would have probably gave up the cat because when they need stuff, it takes a whole lot of what sitting there. She laid on the floor with him, all that stuff for days, for weeks. He spoke. We got A talking cat, everyone. Alright, so I'm closing this since nobody else hopped on and wanted to. But I hope even people, let me zip this up real quick. Even people that you don't have to believe in like runes and if they have any power to them or anything like that, you're just reading runes that have, I mean, reading words that have some truth in it, and that could just like help you mainly not make bad decisions, uh, and to just like trust in yourself and just try to get rid of all the negativity that you can. There's like there's like optional negativity, I would call it, you know. Optional negativity for me is because there's negativity that's never gonna go away, that was born with, that's there. Optional negativity is the people that I'll either let in my life or that's it's an option for anybody, you know, and just don't let anybody treat you any kind of way. And it doesn't have to be like harsh. They don't have to be like harsh and just words mean enough. Like, or if you're sitting there by yourself and they're not like, if they're not checking in on you and all that other stuff, they're not really your friends. They're not really people that love you. It has to come for full circle for everybody. So please, people, don't take what just somebody gives you. I know loneliness sucks, but I'm telling you, you'll reach a point of loneliness that you're gonna know that if somebody comes in your life, they got to be worth it, and they can't be full of bullshit, or not even full of bullshit. They might be like a good person that just doesn't know how to treat you, and that's enough to you should be treated the way that you need to be treated, in a loving manner, in a manner that you're cared for, stuff like that. Just plain and simple. At the least, you should be, cared for as a person, not talked down on and all that other crap. Helps with guidance, understanding, and knowledge. Yeah, so everybody thinks, oh, this is some devil, evil stuff. And as you see, I don't play that, homie, anyway. I don't, I had to fight so much stuff in my life when it comes to the spiritual stuff. I don't play with devils and shit like that, so that's not me. We need a stat video soon. And I have like freaking every time I order something, I'm ordering like one new snack. So I have the snacks around. I just have to get the energy. And I keep on saying it's coming. I just don't know when. I hope it's coming soon though. Yes, I agree with Sherry. We don't deal with the devil like that. Nope, nope, not at all. I don't play that. Like I said, I spent many years getting rid of that stuff. When it came to me, not like I wasn't doing nothing else. I was a kid. Growing up, I always had negatives, and I always get negative shit from somebody else. Like, if somebody else is around me and they have it, I could feel it, and it's like I got to get rid of their shit so it won't bother me. So yeah, I don't play that. I rebuke all evil from him. Yeah, I don't play that stuff. Mine's always done is light and love and you know, hope that it helps. And I'm not asking you to believe in anything that you don't or anything like that. We could just be chilling and just having fun with it all. But yeah, I'm gonna get off because I don't want baby kids to come to the door again and cry. I want to be able to open up. I had to put like a because my door it doesn't latch into place or anything. So I had to put like a door bar lock on it where it's just literally. So I have to take it off. So when he wants to push through the door again, he can next time. Uh, because he's so used to coming in here, I can't do it to him 3 times. No, he already came around twice. So I'm gonna get off and spend some time with him. But thank you guys for coming in and listening to me at first and having your rooms read. It means a lot to me, more than I think anybody knows. And um, if I could get past my anxiety, I'll be doing these more. It's just I have so much anxiety even to do the without the video. I really want to push for the video next, so hopefully that happens. Have a good rest of your day, late. All right, Kobo and Jesse and Cherry, thank you for showing up and chatting with me and having your rooms read. Have a good day with Baby Kins. Get some rest and try to have a good day. Cherry, have a good day. Hun, give Binks all my love. Thank you, Jesse. You guys have a good day too. I'll be trying to hop on your screen. Jesse has, I didn't ever say it. Jesse has a channel where she's playing. What is it called now, Jesse? You gotta type it out. I forgot. And you can type out like the times, and in case anybody wants to come into her live, I think she does them. I'm not. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. So if I'm up, I've been falling asleep early, but I've been getting up a little bit. If I'm up, I'll definitely hop in the chat. You know that. But yeah, give them the times before I hop up here. Hop up here. I missed you here, girly. Yeah, I missed you guys too. Animal Crossing and Stray, 10:30 to 2:30, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. All right, yeah, you guys, join her channel if you're interested in gaming and stuff. I don't even like for me. I'm playing my game and I'm watching and listening to her play game. That's how it's like I'm not alone playing my game. So that's what it feels to me. I'm on like 1,000 and something with my game. So I just use, I just go on and listen to her talk and stuff. It feels like, we're playing games together, even though it's not the same game. So that's a few tips for people if they want to feel like a little less lonely. If you are playing your own game, just hop on her channel while she's playing hers and you'll feel less lonely. I like Animal Crossing, yeah. That seems like too much work. I'm sorry you guys be doing all that work building and stuff. But it's fun to watch. I just know I'd probably throw my whatever that the gaming system across the room. But okay, let me hop off here and let Babykins in if he's not asleep. Um, because I know he wants to be in here with me. But once again, thank you guys, and I will be back when I could be back. Just know that. Know that I'm not away to leave you guys or anything like that. I'm just doing the very best I can, and I won't leave this behind. This is something that I enjoy. All right, you guys have a good day. Cheers, send me friend code if you want to play. Oh, okay. All right, you guys. I will see you next time. Have a good day.